What's up, YouTube? It's Rev Bob. What's going on, guys? I don't know if I should say happy Monday or whatever. Here I am. I'm in the shop. It's kind of grim out. I don't know. I was going to do the front end on the Cadillac. But my body really don't feel like doing it today. And it's kind of nasty out. I think it's going to rain this week. Anyhow. So, I want to thank the 5 people that showed up for my auction last night. It was enjoyable. I had a good time. I thank Mary for stepping in and helping out as a moderator. I think she learned some very valuable lessons. And thanks to some loyal friends, they saved the night. It's not as easy as it seems sometimes, running auctions. People might think it's easy, but it's not. There's a lot that's calculated in it. And, of course, I do my auctions a little bit different than everybody else. And that's okay. Variety is the spice of life. What was I going to say? Oh, I had a new subscriber show up, which is ironic. He lives up the street. Well, not up the street, but he lives in New Hampshire. Partridge Family Prospecting. I want to give a shout out to him and his family. I know that prospecting is a tough thing. I did some dredging in California and Oregon when I lived out there years ago. And it ain't easy. It is not easy. It's tough work. A lot of bending over, a lot of sorting. All climates of the weather. Trying to find that honey spot. It's not easy. So anyways, I'm going to give a shout out to him and his channel. Good peoples. Up there in the nice state of New Hampshire. Sometime I like to get up there and do some mining of tourmaline if I can. Weather permitting, body permitting. Give a shout out to Can. He's doing really well for himself, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he decided to do it on his own, and he's doing really well for himself. So, I got 100 plus giveaways going to his channel. They'll be shipping today, as a matter of fact. Like I said a long time ago, I don't like to just give giveaways away. I like to do mine differently. I like to reward the people who come to the channel and purchase things and help me with my channel and the things that I do. But, with that being said, it doesn't mean that I don't like to help support other channels and help them along the way. And, I think he's doing a good job. It's kind of hard jungling all those things together, and trying to find a balance and trying to find exactly how you want to do things, how you change things, how to make things happen, there's a lot of time that's involved in it when you want to do it all the time. Even part-time. If you do auctions 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes the profit margin, isn't that great, So, you've got to do it because you like doing it and you enjoy people, because you're not always going to make a whole lot. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, You got to find the balance. But I am proud of him. He's doing a good job. And I think that if he stays on it, he's going to be more and more successful. He's a good guy. Maybe we don't always see eye to eye on our approach to everything, but you know what? That's what makes it great. There's something special about him that people are drawn to him. There's something special about me that people are drawn to me. I'm a little bit different. He likes to do his auctions and and he plays guitar, and he is a counselor. So and I am too, but we're different types of counselors. But he has the knack for it, and people are drawn to him, and I think he's helped a lot of people, and I think he'll continue to help a lot of people. But you got to kind of go easy on him sometimes, because it's a lot of work, juggling all those things together. But I am proud of him. I'm glad that he's doing well. And me, on the other hand, look at me. I'm all over the place. I do multiple different things. I had a guy the other day, he goes, Rev Bob, he says, you're something else. How can one man do so many vast things? He says, I don't understand how your mind, composes all of that. I said, well, the way that I was raised here in New England by my family, they said, why do you pay somebody else to do something when you can learn it yourself? God gave you a great brain, you should be able to learn it. So most of it is taking the time and having the patience, not getting in a rush. I think we can all rush no matter whether we learn something or not. And doing it for yourself. I mean, often there's sometimes that, you have to weigh, okay, is my time worth more to have somebody else do it? Or should I save the money and do it myself? There's a fine line there. No different than coins, You go to people's channels for coins, or you go to people's channel for whatever. It could be like prospecting, going out and looking for gemstones. Sometimes us guys make it look easy, but it's really not. It takes years and years and years sometimes to be educated enough to do it. Sure, there's fly-by-night, YouTubers that go off and they learn about it on YouTube or other channels, or they research it. They pop up their channel, they're young, they're springy, they're smiley. They apply to that genre of people, and they haven't been doing it very long. They just fake it really well, and they learn it on the go. And hey, if that's the way that they want to do things, that's the way they want to do things. But experienced people do things a lot different. We don't always share everything that we know. First off, it's probably impossible. Second off, that's not how you do things. People earn their way through this world. It shouldn't be a given thing. Okay? You earn your way through this world. And I think that there's something to be said for that. Hard work. Sometimes you grumble about how much time and effort you put into things. But in the end, when you're encouraged by your own success, because you have found a stabilizing point in your life that, seems to be productive and helps you with your family for the survivability of this world, and so be it. And you can be proud and say that you did it yourself. Now, sometimes it's great to, go in with other people. And you do projects together. And that way, a whole bulk of people can be proud of what they do. I think sometimes when people start channels, they get too headstrong and they think it's only them. It's not. It's like my channel. I have subscribers in my channel that it's their channel too. I mean, I'm just their spokesperson. Okay, just because they're buying things doesn't make that qualification. What it is how they voice their opinions, their input, their insight, how well they get along with others in the chat. There's a lot of things that are involved in being a part of a channel and being proud to be a part of that channel. There's a lot of people that just sit back and watch from time to time. They don't give no likes or anything like that. They just like to watch your videos. They get a good kick out of it. They laugh. Or maybe they don't even know they could start their own YouTube channel or whatever, and throw ideas back and forth. It's a different type of world. The world that I grew up in, there wasn't internet. Okay, it was hands-on. right? It was knowing your neighbor, talking to your neighbor, you know, and them finding you worthy of the information that they're giving you. You earned it. You earned their trust. In today's society, it's more, what can I get for free? What can I learn for free? You know, free. Well, that's not how the world worked when I was growing up. So I'm a little bit different. I'm honest about what I say, and there's times, I just say it the way I feel, and some people get mad or upset because they say something and they take something wrong, or they don't understand, but they're not willing to bring forth what they don't understand. So they make you out to be the bad person. Well, don't feel bad when they do that, okay? There's a learning curve, and that learning curve can come at different ages. So take a little extra time, Don't assume anything, because when you assume things, it can get you in trouble, right? It can get you in trouble, not with the law or things like that, but it can get you in trouble with people liking you, people trusting you, people gossiping, gossip, lies, deceit, taking somebody else's word for it instead of asking the person yourself, right? Confronting the individual. Take a little extra time when you're doing those things, because look, when you want to multitask things in your life, and you want to incorporate a business, right? You want to make a business for yourself. You're going to need other people. One person can't do it alone in this world, okay? Not when you're trying to run a business. It takes other people, good management skills. It takes educating yourself on a daily basis to enhance your skills, enhance your product, and your knowledge, right? It's a big old world out there, guys. It really is. And with the internet, it can make or break you. For me, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the people that come to my channel and give me likes and subscribe to my channel and learn things from me. I think that that's a great blessing. Because when I leave this world and I die and I'm no longer here and I'm no longer on YouTube, I planted a seed in quite a few people that watched my videos, right? And maybe they take, even if it's just one thing they've done, and they learn from it. They can excel in their life, and maybe it can be, something that can help them prosper and provide for their family. And I think that that's important. Like I said before, the world that I come from is much different. I had to earn my way. I really did. And if I didn't have the issues that I have, then I probably would have, a very big and successful business. But I just can't do that. My body doesn't allow me, and my lifestyle doesn't allow me to do that. It's a complicated life. There's a lot more to me and my family than the world will ever know. And that is the secret behind me that I will never let everybody know. Some people do, but most people don't. And some things should be private in life. You don't always have to be a totally open book. There are some things that are meant to be kept private. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as they're, not way out of bounds, privacy is important. Just like skill trades, whether it's carpentry or mechanics or jewelry or whatever. There's certain trade secrets that, should be kept private, and only give those trade secrets to people who have earned the right to have them passed down to them. I think that that's important. Because giving something to somebody, it's great for the moment, but the long term, it fades away very fast. But somebody that earns something, they put that hard work, that trust, that faith into not just others, but themselves, The reward is greater than you'll ever understand. People can give you vast amounts of money and everything, but, you know, it's like, what's that old saying? Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he eats for a lifetime. Not just that, but he can teach other people. So there's something to be said about that statement. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and talk a little bit today. Nothing really big going on. I am getting ready to do something cool. I've been waiting for rainy days because when it's nice out, I try to go outside and do a little more. And try to get some stuff done around the farm. But today I'm going to start a new project. I picked up some things that are really expensive, by the way. So these are a special type of composite, right? Special type of material. There's only one guy that I know that does it, okay? And I mean, these are beautiful. There's some form of a poly, plexi. Now, there's a clear sheet over the top of it, but if I pull it back, you can see that it's absolutely gorgeous, right? And there's different colors. But they're different colors on both sides. So they're really cool. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some carousels. Now, I have never made carousels before, but I always wanted to do it. I always found it intriguing as a child how a carousel goes around and all the lights and the little horses or whatever. It can have cars or motorcycles or whatever. I always thought that would be neat. And to put a musical chime on it and some lighting, some simple lighting and stuff, I always thought that would be cool. Well, some of my subscribers, there's a couple that were interested in it. And one of them is CLMK. She is a sweetheart. She's a great supporter of the channel. I love her to death. So I told her it's going to probably take me a few months to make her one or two. But I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make Mary one. And there's one other subscriber that wants one. They just asked me not to say their name, which is okay, it's fine. So, I'm going to get started. So, the first ones that will be made will be for CLMK. If you guys know her, she's a great person. You should come out to the channel sometime, meet her. She's a hoot. Also, Poet, he's a hoot. I mean, we got so many people on our channel, We got Dove. He's a hot ticket. We got Big E, he's a hot ticket. We got so many great people on the channel that come and support the channel. Got Jack Goldman. Go over in Jack Goldman's channel too. Check him out. Jack's a cool guy. He's a laid back cat. And he's got some interesting things that he does on his channel. And so many people, man, I could sit here all day talking about people. Contrary to people's beliefs, I go to all kinds of other channels. I may not talk, but I'll watch. I know who's in there, who's talking, what's going on, what's transpiring. I always do that. It's great to learn people, right? Learn people's buying habits. Learn how people buy. Learn how people talk. Learn how people act in different channels. It's quite amazing, that people do that. But it's nice to know, and reflects back to how you have to treat people. Not everybody accepts the hard truth sometimes. They don't like to accept it, right? So they like to beat around the bush or bullshit or whatever. It's funny. It really is to watch. I mean, it's a trip. But I do it all the time. Never know when I'm there, when I'm watching. That's why when you say something to somebody and you tell somebody something, don't never change your curve or what you say or how you do things, because They can easily find out these days. It's a trip out there. Anyway, let me get back to what I'm doing. So anyway, what I got to do is I have to start with a pattern, right? Now, if you guys have ever seen carousels, the canopy that comes down from the top, right? So it's pitched on an angle. Now, so when you're trying to get that pitch, it's a little more complicated than what people would realize. Okay, there's mathematics involved in it. How much of a pitch you want, how much of an angle you want. So, going about that's going to be kind of a trip. And if you look, to do these, this has a slight bend in it, right? You see the slight bend? If you look, there's a slight bend in it. So what I'm going to do is start out with a circle, and then I'm going to make so that there's 8 pieces of pie, right? So there's 8 slices. I can do however many slices I want, 8, 12, 16, whatever, right? But from them, you also have to cut out between two pieces of pie all the way around a quarter of a, probably a quarter of an inch slice. And what that does when you do that, it gives you a pitch. So for every, say, 16th, it will drop so much of a pitch on an angle. And you can pretty much create whatever angle you want. Here's the thing. Once you do it, that's it. And these pieces, they are expensive. These are not cheap. You can go look them up if you can find them. I can't remember the name of them. I'll have to look it up for you guys. But it's a trip. This piece is CLMK's. You want to look. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. She picked this out, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, so when you're finding your angle, what I would tell you to do to start with, if you want to make a carousel, is get yourself, and this is just because I've never made them, but I know from wood crafting over the years, get yourself a scrap piece of Luan like this, You can pick it up from Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store. Or, sometimes you can see scraps of this hanging around. From time to time you might get it in a box. You might get something from China and it might be packed with this. So take this. You just want to start off and you want to try one on the hoop. Before you get into some expensive stuff and exotic woods or something, it's a piece of scrap. You get something round, like this happens to be 1/4-inch fuel line. Not that I would tell you to run out and buy it, but it's round, right? So what you want to do is you'll stick it down on here, like this. And then, if I can find my pencil, I got something here somewhere. Get yourself a pencil. And then what you want to do, I don't know if you guys can see down here or not. I'll make sure that you can. Is find yourself a spot and then just make yourself a circle. Now you have a circle, right? So now is where you cut your pie. You say, well, how do you find the center of a circle? Well, that's pretty easy, actually. It's not that difficult. As soon as I find my... Well, just get yourself a square. Now, how you know that is if you start out with a square edge, right? So if you start out with a square edge, then what you do is you say, okay, let me get my tape measure here. I'll show you. So I go 100,000 miles an hour and you guys don't even catch what I'm saying. You probably can't see me.